Recognize it. You may not recognize the person behind us here, though. I thought it was David Frost before he got his hair cut, but Brooke says it's not.
It's not. It's Lucas Fleener. It's his silhouette and how he decorated it on Wow Wednesday.
So this is our Friday preview where we cover some of the things that have happened this past week and some of the things that are going to be happening in the week to come. And we got a lot to cover, so we're going to move fast. So if you have questions about anything that we cover here, just reach out to us. We'd be glad to fill you in.
To say that things are a little busy around here would not be an understatement. I just remembered something else, so I had to write it down.
All right, Brooke. Well, you lead us through this because I know you got a lot on your plate here. So.
Yeah, so this past week we had our Wow Wednesday, and we have our last Wow Wednesday.
And the Wow Wednesday is our summer kids program meeting on Wednesdays, and we've got one more coming.
One more.
What's the theme for this coming week?
Let's make noise.
I think I'm busy on Wednesday.
Oh, we're making noise. We have drums. We have shakers that make music. We've got chimes. We have got, and we might have ordered kazoos.
Oh. So, if that sounds like fun to you, and you are age what to what?
If you are age pre-K, so like 4 through 5th grade, you're welcome to come. Even though it's our last one and you haven't been here, we'd love to still have you. And so we register at 8:30. If you've already registered, you don't need to come early. We get started about 9 o'clock. We're done at noon.
And if you're a student older than 5th grade.
Yeah, if you're a student older than 5th grade, then we need you as a junior counselor. And even if kids aren't your thing, there's plenty of ways to help out and do that. And then if you are going into the 6th grade or above, we are taking a youth outing after Wow Wednesday. So we'll clean up from Wow Wednesday and then have kind of a snack lunch, and then we're going to Quantum Leap. And so if that's something that you want to do, I need to know that, and I need to get a waiver from you. But we're going to do that and then do some ice cream afterwards and come back to the church. So exciting stuff.
It's easy to give somebody a waiver.
Oh, Lord, help me.
All right, what else we got going on?
Well, we have quite a bit. So school is getting ready to start. I know that is hard to believe, but we only have a few more weeks before school's going to start. So we are looking ahead to how are we going to partner with Gray Elementary School and Middle School. We have some things. So this Sunday during worship, there's going to be bags of pencils available. We're asking that you take a bag of pencils. You commit to pray over that bag all week long. There's a letter in there suggesting some things that you can pray for while you're holding those pencils. You can take them out. You can hold them as a bag. It doesn't matter. And then bring those back, and we're going to deliver those to the teachers and the staff and the administration and all the folks that work there, covering them in prayer, letting them know that we care about them and love them. And we're also going to be doing the lunch for one of the in-service days. So there's some sign-ups that are available Sunday. We're doing salads and sandwiches and dessert, and we're doing a salad bar this year. So even if you're not a potato salad, pasta salad maker, but you still go to the store, which most of us do, there are ways that you can participate. So
we've done the meal for the teachers a couple of times now.
Yeah.
And it's been really well received.
They love it, and I run into folks from the school all the time, and they're like, we so appreciate that. It's just nice to be remembered, and everybody likes to be thought of, and everybody likes good dessert. So, so we also on Sunday have gathering on the grounds. So we will gather here at the church at 6 o'clock Sunday evening for a covered dish dinner. And it's National Ice Cream Day. So we have ice cream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're very sad that Sonia and David's food truck got stolen.
But we are the beneficiaries of it.
But they had all this ice cream left over, so it's in the freezer. So we're going to pull that back out for National Ice Cream Day. So your favorite covered dish, whatever it is, bring it. Had a great time the last time we did it. We didn't do one in June, but we did one because of Father's Day. But we did one in May. I'm always excited to see what there is. So that is at 6 o'clock on Sunday. We will have regular choir and children's activities before that. But even if you're not a cook, just grab something and bring it. It doesn't have to be homemade. Yep. But we're also going
to go through KFC and get a bucket of chicken.
Or Taco Bell and get a pack of tacos. But we're also that evening going to have the yard games set up. So ladder ball and croquet and cornhole and just all that kind of stuff. So it'll be a good, fun time.
So if it goes like every other outdoor activity that we've planned, it's going to be stormy. But we can start praying now for good weather on Sunday, right?
And we'll do it rain or shine. I mean, we're not going to stand out there with croquet mallets in the rain and storming. But
bring your umbrella. I'll hold your umbrella while you putt.
But we will get together and eat. So we're doing that. So it's also time to start thinking about the Appalachian Fair and the gathering of waters. And we have an opportunity to get some water at a very, very low price. But we have to go Monday at 2 o'clock. So if you have a pickup truck and you are available Monday at 2, please let me know so that we can go there. I'll give you more details about that. But if we also need people to start bringing it in. So bring in your cases of water. If you would rather not go to the store, lug it, all that kind of stuff, you can just write a check and we'll order that in bulk. And
for those that don't know, we give out water during Fair Week. So lots of people park here. In fact, that's one of the fundraisers for our church is parking. And we give people free bottles of water as they come by. Not just for those that park here, but for anybody that wants it.
And our goal this year is 10,000 bottles. So that's a lot of water. But that's how many people walk by.
And we also will need folks to help with the parking and giving out of water and being hosts.
Yes.
Mark on your calendar Fair Week and plan to participate because it's kind of all hands on deck.
Yeah, we need everybody. Even if you can only come for an hour or an hour and a half. And if you've never done it before or it's been a while, we're going to do a training. So that you know what to expect because everybody appreciates knowing what to expect when they come. So then, where are we up to? We're up to Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday this week, we have a food pantry training. So if that is something that you've been interested in maybe trying out, you're not ready to commit, or maybe you are ready to commit, or maybe you just want more information about this food pantry that you hear us talking about, I encourage you to come. We're going to get started about 1 o'clock in the gathering room, which is down near the kitchen across from the food pantry. Expect that to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We will talk about not only our food pantry, but food insecurity in general, Jesus' mandate to feed his lambs. So I hear it's a really good training.
I haven't been to the training, but I've heard rave reviews that you do just a fabulous job with that training.
So, but it is...
people were very thankful to have gone through it.
Yeah, so it really helps understand food insecurity in our area. So, but speaking of the food pantry too, we're still doing our 100-item challenge. And so we are really needing these items. We saw 22 families this week in our food pantry. And I'll put that in perspective. In the month of February, the entire month of February, we did 25 families. So we did as many families this week in our food pantry as we have done before in an entire month. So we really need those items. Check that out. Help bring in. So.
Absolutely.
Yep. So also on Thursday, speaking of feeding people, is the community meal. And so we start gathering about 5 o'clock to help set up and get ready for that and start serving at 6. This is a great way if you want to come and get to know some folks, show up at the kitchen out in the back of the church. Great just to plug in. No matter who all's here, we always need more hands. And if you can't come and you can't help, but you want to come get a meal, come do that. And if you have people in your life that you just want to say, hey, you know what, I'm thinking of you and we love you, here is a free meal, we also encourage you to do that. So the menu this week are meatball subs and coleslaw and chips and a dessert. So
very good. Yeah, I work the line as people come through to pick up their meals, and we have a lot of folks that pick up extra meals and take them to neighbors or relatives or family friends that can't get out. And that's a wonderful ministry, and we are happy that people do that.
Absolutely. You know, it's one thing for us to be actively being the hands and feet of Christ. That's what we talk about, doing that. But there's also a part of making disciples that you're empowering others to do that as well. And that's a really cool thing about this community meal that we're able to do. We're empowering others to think of others. So that's a really cool thing too. So speaking of thinking of others,
Yes.
there was a pretty massive flash flood up in Buchanan County, Virginia, this week, which is part of our conference and was part of my ministry area for almost a decade. Spent lots of time in Buchanan County and lots of mission trips doing home repairs and just working with people there. And so heart breaks for folks. I saw today where the entire county could be without water for a while. So, in fact, some of it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. And the devastation was just crazy. You know, it was about this time last year that we were talking about this in another part of Buchanan County. You know, I saw where they're considering this a 200-year flood. In other words, this is something that would only happen every 200 years. And this county in Virginia, which is, I can't express how remote this county is, has had 2 of those in the last year. And one of the major thoroughfares has been really impacted. And so, anyway, so, you know, remember those families and the devastation. We did have one of our United Methodist churches that was affected in this flood. They don't think there's any major structural damage. It looks like maybe just some cleanup, but you never know with a flood till later. But we are going to be collecting flood bucket supplies again. So the flood buckets that we made last year are on site already. So the flood happened Tuesday night through the night. And by Wednesday morning, our Holston Conference disaster response team was on site. So there'll be more information about that coming. And but just wanted to do that.
And Brooke put on our Facebook page some pictures that are just heartbreaking. So if you want to get us kind of the scope of what happened there, those pictures will give you.
You know, and I was watching through my personal Facebook feed people that I know that we've walked with for years and years and years who for 24, 48 hours or more didn't know if their family members were alive or not. Thankfully, they've not had any fatalities, but it was a scary time. So there'll be some more information about that. On a lighter note, next Sunday, so not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday is a new event called Messy Day, and this is for children and youth and parents. You're going to want to come take some pictures. We're going to get messy. We're going to play messy games. I've had so much fun planning this. I mean, we're talking slime slides, and it's so much fun. Anyway.
And Brooke's an expert. She's done this for years.
Yes, I am. Today, when we were at Second Harvest, I made the comment that I was an expert at making messes. And do you know what Randy Humphrey said to me?
I don't know, but I think it'll be funny.
He said, "Yeah, I've seen your car."
It's true.
It's the truth. Anyway.
Not today, but on another day, I've got a story about the first time that I saw Brooke's messy car. Anyway,
it is a great time. It's going to be at 5 o'clock normal time. We may run a little long, but if you have kids in your life, neighbors, grandkids, cousins, nieces, nephews, whatever, this is an event you want to invite them to. Mm-hmm. So if you see me like with spaghetti noodles or green Jell-O and the...
It's supposed to be that way.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm at Food City and Gray and I'm buying all the green Jell-O, just turn your head and mind your own business. Anyway, that's all I have.
Is that it?
That's
really?
it.
I will also remind folks of our fundraising for our new signage and sprucing up the entranceways of our church. There's lots more information about that in the newsletter that came out last week. We've also done some posts where we've just talked about it too. If that's something that you're so inclined to give to, we're about a quarter of the way to our fundraising goal on that, so we've still got a ways to go. If that's something that you've been praying about, and you're feeling a nudge in that direction, we would encourage you to go ahead and do that. So, because we're excited about what this could mean as we welcome particularly new people into our church.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, I know we're going long, but we were talking with someone who has pretty much claimed Gray as their home church and pretty new, one of our newer folks, and they were so excited that we were doing this because they expressed some of the frustrations that they had when they were first and still getting to know where things are. So I think it is a need. I think some of us who are around a lot don't realize what a need it is.
Yeah. And this person also said that our greeters on Sunday morning are fabulous.
Yeah.
But that our signage is woefully bad.
Yeah.
So there's good and bad news.
Yeah. So anyway, we've gone long today, but just tons of stuff going on.
Yeah. God bless, folks. We look forward to seeing you Sunday or